What is up, YouTube family? Thank you guys for tuning back into Wilburn Reactions. My name is Chod. If you are new to this channel, go ahead and subscribe. I promise you, you won't be disappointed. Hit that thumbs up if you like this video. Also, notification buttons on at all times. I do release videos throughout the day. Today, we're headed back into my man, Bob Dylan, one of the greatest lyricists that I've actually come across on this channel. And I'm actually glad you guys really introduced me to him. The song we're headed into today is The Times They Are A-Changing. Before we dive in, first and foremost, I want to thank my new subscribers for coming over and supporting me on my channel. Also want to let you guys know while the song is playing, I do not talk, skip, or pause or anything like that. I'll wait to the very end to give you my honest, detailed breakdown, so wait for that. Let's dive in and see what else Bob Dylan brings to the table.
Come gather round, people, wherever you roam, and admit that the waters around you have grown, and accept it that soon you'll be drenched to the bone. If your time to you is worth saving, then you better start swimming or you'll sink like a stone, for the times they are a-changing. Some writers and critics who prophesize with your pen, and keep your eyes wide, the chance won't come again. And don't speak too soon, for the wheel's still in spin, and there's no telling who that it's naming. Was the loser now will be later to win, for the times they are a-changing. Senators, congressmen, please heed the call. Don't stand in the doorway, don't block up the hall, for he that gets hurt will be he who has stalled. The battle outside raging will soon shake your windows and rattle your walls, for the times they are a-changing. Mothers and fathers throughout the land, and don't criticize what you can't understand. Your sons and your daughters are beyond your command. Your old road is rapidly aging. Please get out of the new one if you can't lend your hand, for the times they are a-changing. The line it is drawn, the curse it is cast. The slow one now will later be fast, as the present now will later be past. The order is rapidly fading, and the first one now will later be last, for the times they are a-changing.
So this was more or less like straightforward delivery coming out of Bob Dylan. Then normally what else do, he normally delivers his lyrics like in a crazy pattern, which is okay. You don't have to do that every time. I'm not saying he has to do that every time, but I like how simple he kept it here. But the thing, besides how he delivers his lyrics, what catches my attention about him is the message that he puts out in his music. It's always a story he's telling, but he's always telling a story with a great message, and the uniqueness of his vocals just adds that emphasis to it. But here in this song and other songs that I previously reacted to when it comes to Bob Dylan, there's always some significant amount of like a message there. It's a huge message. The last song I reacted to, I can't remember the exact title. Hold on, let me go look it up, so that way we can relate. But I remember that song I told you guys about, the message that he had in there. I got like the image of the cover. I remember it. but I can't remember the actual song. But let me see. Gotta Serve Somebody. That's what it was. So that song really had a deep message in it. And now that I'm here, at times that are changing, it's always a quote out here. I've heard this quote when I was younger. He said towards the end of the song, the first shall be last and the last shall be first. And that quote really stuck out to me when he said that in his song, because I've always heard that, and it definitely comes, out of the Bible, and he uses that. And I noticed that in the last song that I just said, that he uses some Bible verses that he throws in there in his music. But, it's the uniqueness of him. It's just certain artists, when they tell a story or they're getting their message across, it's the way they get it across that really just grabs your attention. I don't care how Bob Dylan delivers a song. I don't care if he gives us a uniqueness of a style, how he delivered his lyrics, or he gives it to us how he just gave it to us now. The man has a way with words, and it's almost that saying, like, a guy has his way, talking to ladies. This man has a way with words and the way he delivers in his lyrics that's just phenomenal. And I honestly think I've never heard from artists that I'm really familiar with credit, or I've never really heard Bob Dylan's name come up. Like, I know his name is popular, but I'm saying, like, from artists that I listen to. But why I bring that subject up is because I want to say I know there's a lot of artists that sit out there that have looked up or are still looking up to this man because of the platform and the way he paved. I mean, if you really can't, and I'm not saying, like I said, I'm not trying to say like he's not recognized. He's definitely Bob Dylan. And maybe I haven't seen everything out there in the world to see who maybe idols him and who looks up to him. But I'm saying I know there's a significant amount in the industry from multiple genres. And I'm not even talking about genres he just said in. I think even in the hip hop world, he has to have that impact because this is the way he delivers. His words was unique. And I honestly, I think I've done a significant amount of reactions on the side to say he definitely came up before a lot of people to have a huge impact and for them to learn from him. So I really do think his impact is huge, and maybe some are out there not just saying it, but I know it's there. It has to be, because there's no one else I've reacted to who, even, or it's even by his time or before his time that I've seen that delivers like he does. So I think he really paves the way for that. But an excellent song. I love how he always incorporates the harmonica. Like I said, this man has a unique voice in the way he delivers. But once again, another great song by Bob Dylan. I loved every bit of it. Definitely a huge icon, and I really do think people have looked up to him or are still looking up to him. And I hope his legacy definitely still going to live on. But Bob Dylan, definitely one of my favorites in the top categories. Thank you guys for tuning back into my channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video.